and they're concha. You know, like conch shells, if you've ever heard or gone to a luau, they go, woo, woo. Well, that shell, right? That shell that they have, it's curled, so it swirls the air. What's the whole point of swirling the air when you're trying to get into your nose? Well, imagine exercising. If you exercise and you breathe through your mouth, what happens to your mouth? It gets dried out and your lungs start to dry out. So the goal of the nasal concha is to swirl the air so you can humidify it, give it enough time to moisture it, warm it up before it goes into the lungs, as well as capturing some, because you have mucus in the nasal cavity, it captures some of the dust particles and prevents it from going into the lung so you can blow it out or sneeze it out later. So these are nasal concha. There's one above, so there must be one below, but the one below is actually a separate bone. It's called the inferior nasal concha. So the superior, oh, there's three. There's one above, one below, and one in the middle. So what is the one in the middle? The one in the middle is just called middle nasal concha. And these are, like I said, nasal concha. The inferior one is a bone on its own. He is, embryologically, he starts off by himself, he stays by himself. So superior, middle, inferior nasal concha, but superior and middle are a part of ethmoid. Cribriform plate is a part of ethmoid. Crista galli is a part of ethmoid. And then in the very middle of the nose that helps to create what we call the nasal septum is the, why is it called perpendicular plate? I wonder why. Well, it's perpendicular to the top of the ethmoid bone, so they just call it perpendicular plate. So we have most of the important landmarks and structures for the ethmoid. We covered sphenoid. I pretty much covered all the cranial bones and the importance of them. Lateral masses are just the superior and middle nasal concha. Perpendicular plate is in the middle. Cribriform plate is at the top. So let's take a look at what it looks like. Ooh, is that easy to see? No, I don't think so. Is that easy to see? But if I show you that this is the E and this is the crista galli, then you know that this is the perpendicular plate in the middle of the E. You know that these guys are probably nasal concha. It says it right here. Superior and middle nasal concha, and it's all swirled up, so it's hard to see. And why is inferior nasal concha missing? Because it's not a part of the ethmoid bone.